Welcome, Village members. Thank you so much for tuning in for this April 2022 Village Update. My name is Jason Sears, and I'm one of the co-founders of Village, and you are with me right now up in my attic of my house. Why are we up in the attic? Well, it's because I found this really interesting box up here recently. And if you stay to the end of the video, I would like to talk a little bit more about this box and why what we're going to be doing with it. But first, I wanted to go over what is in this video because there is a lot. It's jam-packed with a lot of really good information. So please watch this video to the end if you can. And feedback is so appreciated. I put a lot of time into making this and collecting information because I want you to be involved with what we're doing in Village. And so it would be great to hear back from you. You can like or comment on this video. All right, we've got 5 important parts to this video. First, we're going to be covering a little bit about Village Seattle, some updates there. Second, we're going to be talking about the Village Census, which is an opportunity for you to get your voice involved in answering the question, what is Village? Number 3, we're going to go over a quick Village ecosystem update. So if you're interested in what's happening in other villages, definitely stay tuned for that. 4, we're going to be talking about Village Works, which is a group that's coming together, a leadership group. If you're interested in being involved with the Village, you want to hear about Village Works. And then finally 5, we're going to get an update on VillageCo, which is, boy, it's something really big happening, and I would love for you to learn a little bit more about what's going on. All right, let's get into it, and then after those updates, we'll come back up here and talk about the mystery box. All right, first up, we've got the update on Village Seattle, which so much has been happening recently. We had our 2-year anniversary from when we first formally formed as Village Seattle. And what a great event that was. We also, not too long ago in February, had our 100th gathering, which we had a lot of people show up for, and we had our largest gathering ever. Had a really good time on that. Also recently, we had our last movie night. Michael Scullin has been organizing movie nights for over a year now, every Friday. And what a great series that's been. So huge thanks to Michael. I know that there'll be some movie nights coming up, but they won't be consistently every Friday. So we had that just last week. Lots happening with Village Seattle. All right, some statistics regarding our Seattle Village. We have had 109 weekly gatherings. We've acquired 72 members over that time. 36 of them are lapsed right now, but would like to still stay involved with Village. And then we've had 15 visitors that were invited recently. Which brings me to this really important question. How would you like to be involved with Village? So we have 3 really important ways that you can be involved with Village Seattle. The first is to just check in. Checking in is clicking that link that says check in the weekly emails that come out every Sunday. Often there's a prompt asking you to respond to, or you can just share a little update on what you're doing. The check-in also gives you an opportunity to take a role, to share an announcement that will be shared with the whole village, or to lead an engagement. So the check-ins are a really important part of the self-organized nature of our village. So please, if you'd like to check in, go ahead and do that. It's not required, but it does help our administration. We do go in and check in people that don't check themselves in, just so we can keep tabs on who's attending, which is really helpful in organizing a community. The second thing that you can do is to invite visitors. It's so important to have new people all the time. Our village is always going to be welcoming new people in, as we have been doing the last 2 years. We'll always have fresh folks, fresh perspectives, fresh life energy from these visitors. So please think of someone that you would like to invite into the village. Maybe it's someone you have just met recently, or maybe it's a friend you've known a long time. Village really could be for anyone. You don't really know who it's going to connect for. So invite them in, give them a chance to experience Village. And then the third thing you can do is to participate with our village. So that means taking roles. All of the roles in our village are available to you as a member, and we share these roles. There's no one person who's considered the only MC or the only reporter. We try and rotate those around, but there are a few of us, including me and Andre and Michael Scullin, Christine Kahlo, Ariel Gold. A lot of people have been, Steven Silha, a lot of people have been stepping forward and filling roles every single week for us, which we really appreciate that. And you might notice that and think that that's kind of their job with Village, but that's not. They're volunteering their energy and their time. And we would love it if you would do that as well. So we're asking all Village members to consider taking a role from time to time and getting involved. There's everything from taking the group photo to being the MC. And we can help you with any of those roles. And one of the actually important roles is sending emails, and we just formed an email communications team that involves Christine Kahlo, Ann McKenzie, and Sarah Grote. And myself. So thank you to those folks. We're going to be rotating the responsibility, sending emails out every week, so it's not a huge burden to anybody. So this is what we're trying to do with roles: make them easy, make them accessible, and make it be something that we do together. So consider taking a role with your village. Also, engagements. Engagements are activities that happen between our gatherings. They would include the movie nights that Michael's doing. We've also had Michael organizing hikes and trips, excursions kind of out in the woods. Simmer has invited us to attend his Gurdwara church temple with him, and a number of other engagements have happened. So if you would like to lead an engagement, plan something for your village, invite village members to come and participate, you can do that. You can also engage with or participate with engagements that other village members are leading. It's all about getting to know each other, having fun, and being plugged into a community of purpose. So those are the 3 ways that you can be involved with Village Seattle. I hope you consider staying involved with us as we continue to grow and evolve, and we need your unique voice. All right, with that, we're going to move on to the second piece of our update, which is about the village census. Oh, hey there. I've been walking around knocking on the proverbial Zoom doors of village members doing a village census. And here's a few of the responses that we've got so far from the census.
The village is a community unassociated with any particular agenda or dogma.
Because village isn't just like a weekly gathering.
It's just about creating space with other people and being in relationship with other people.
Yeah, I don't think it's very easy to find whatsoever, especially at this age. And
having a tightly knit community to support one another and to be transparent with and not judgmental with and exploratory with.
But like diverse kind of walks of life, diverse ages, that's something that I've really valued from the village.
It's a community space where anybody is welcome.
It's like a source of connection, however deep each individual person I'll get with them.
Come together and like have, I guess, like unexpected conversation.
A huge shout out to Michael Scullin and Christine Kahlo for championing this village census and getting some of the interviews started. If you would like to participate, we would love for you to be involved. Just reply to any village email and we will prioritize your name on the list. But we're trying to get through as many village members in the month of April as possible. Everybody who participates in the survey will receive a summary of the results at the end of the month. And we're also integrating the feedback into the village white paper, which you can learn more about at VillageWorks. Okay, the third thing that we're going to be updating you on right now is the village ecosystem update. So what is happening across the whole village platform? Well, first of all, let's start with Village OneNWC Center, where I used to work. And it's our only workplace village. Workplace villages, I think, are extremely important for a variety of reasons, mostly having to do with the need to build community inside our companies that are more about networking and less about hierarchy. So that's happening at OneNWC Center. We've had 32 gatherings so far. We've had 28 members, and 20 of them have been lapsed, largely because we've had to take a few months off, or a few weeks off in the last couple of months. But engagement is building. We had one of the senior executives visit just this last week. They're going to be inviting more people into it. We've got very interesting conversations happening. What I'm most excited about is our partnership with our employee resource groups. So the Equity Committee, the Black Affinity Group, PRISM, which is our LGBTQIA group. All of them are involved with Village and bringing questions to Village and getting more engagement with the work that they're doing at Village. Very, very exciting. All right, next up we've got Village TARP. TARP stands for the Adolescent Redemption Project, and it is a nonprofit that is run by inmates from inside the prison, advocating for more mercy in our criminal justice system. So this meets once a month, and it has been hugely successful. We have had 10 gatherings so far, 29 members. A lot of people are showing up for these calls. We've had 62 visitors. A lot of people are coming by and visiting. We've had a lot of people invited directly into the village. We have a web page for Village put on TARP's website. and that way anybody associated with TARP can send people to that page, and they can invite themselves into the next Village gathering. That's been working really well. The picture above there is the fundraiser that Village supported with Village TARP last year. Really tremendous success there. We're going to be planning another one this year. And the picture below there is from the April TARP gathering, where we were celebrating all of the successes that TARP has had in the last year. Great things happening at TARP. All right, next up we have the Ladybug House Village. Ladybug House is a nonprofit that is building a house for respite care near the hospital in Seattle, and the hospitals in Seattle. This place is going to be for families who have kids who are going through medical challenges and need to stay close to them. And there's a lot more happening than even that simple description. It's a really beautiful organization. The Village has been waxing and waning a bit over the last 6 months. We've had 36 gatherings, 18 members, and 10 of them have been lapsed, and we haven't had any visitors recently. But we just met this last week, and there's a lot of real energy for it. There's support from the top, from the executive director of Ladybug House for the Village. So we'll continue to work on building it. The picture below there is from the Budsies event that happened last year, a special event just for the participants of Ladybug House. Kids drew a picture of an animal that they really liked, and then stuffed animals were created based on their pictures, and we revealed those animals to them live on a Zoom call. So Village helped facilitate that, and just one of many ways in which Village is involved with nonprofits. Okay. Last up, we've got an update for Village Family. Village Family is something that has only been in my family right now, so those two photos are from some recent family gatherings. So I'm pulling my family together, which is all over the world, and we're trying to get together every couple of months, every few months. It's not super frequently, but it's fun when we do come together. And coming up very soon, actually, Steven Silha, one of our Village members, is going to be creating a family village with his family. So we're having our very first family gathering here soon in honor of Steven's birthday. And so the hope here is that if any Village members that want to get a family village going in your family, we'll provide you all the resources, everything you need to get that happening, and we'll even help you facilitate it if you'd like help there. So that's Village Family, and that's the update from the Village ecosystem. All right, the fourth thing that we're covering today is Village Works. Village Works. Village is, we come together, we have fun, we share conversation, but we also sometimes work. Some of us are working on Village, and so every Monday at 6 o'clock, there's a group that's been coming together to help organize Village. We think about the themes that are coming up. We plan things like our in-person gathering, the census, and we open that up to anybody that wants to show up. So you, any Village member, can be a part of helping organize Village at Village Works. So information on that is in any Village email. A huge thanks to all of the folks that have been coming through Village Works: Michael Scullin, Christine Kahlo, Ariel Gold, who also has done all of the graphics that you're seeing behind me right now in this whole presentation. She does a lot of work with the graphics, made all the logos for Village. Beautiful job. Maurice Quach, Steven Silha, Callie Johnson, Ann McKenzie, Sarah Grote, Andre Stone. They have all been involved in meeting behind the scenes to plan Village and think about how we're going to keep things going every single week. So everything happens at Village Works. You can just drop in. You don't need to have anything prepared ahead of time. Just drop in. You'll learn a little bit about what we're up to, and you can get involved with the project team if you'd like to. Finally, our fifth update is from VillageCo. VillageCo is a name that came up at a Village gathering, so a shout out to Derek Schusselman and Andre Stone for kind of collaborating on the creation of that name. It was a discussion around companies and business and how we can run businesses better, so VillageCo, maybe it will be a model for that. But what VillageCo really is a structure for Village leaders. So people who want to create villages and run them, we're providing all the resources for those folks. So here's a few principles that we're starting with, and things are just now getting started with VillageCo. We definitely are about inclusive leadership, so we consider everybody a leader. Everybody contributes in different ways, and we want to involve all of those ways as possible. So we're about inclusion. We're also about transparency, so we have full financial transparency, strategic transparency for VillageCo. And we are investor-backed, so we are a nonprofit, and so we're taking in support for that. But we consider our supporters investors because their money is going to create good in the world in terms of building micro-communities and connecting people together. So our goal at VillageCo is sustainability. That's what we want from every village, to be able to run itself without the need of anyone coming in from outside to help facilitate it. So once villages are filling all their roles themselves, once they've got a healthy balance of new members and existing members, they'll be sustainable. We'll be able to step back from that and allow the village to continue to evolve and grow on its own. Isn't that beautiful? Also, our philosophy at VillageCo is about systems thinking. So we're not based in business. We're not running a business model. We're running a systems thinking model. It's a very different way of approaching things. This is why we don't have a specific mission statement or vision statement. We're a little bit different. And if you look up systems thinking or ecological thinking, you can get a sense of where we're coming from in our approach. So, there's a few things happening right now with VillageCo. First is that I am the only person kind of working directly at VillageCo. My hope is to bring some other people on board in the next year or two. And I'm going to be collecting and preparing for that. In the meantime, there's a lot of work that needs to be done. So I provide a monthly investor update. So this image is from the last update. That update includes all of the meetings I've been having, all the other groups that I'm attending, all of the specific goals and actions for each village that I'm involved with. So if you would like to know more about specifically what I'm doing to support villages, then become an investor. And those investments start at $10 a month. So very, very reasonable. And you've got a couple of the goals that are active as of April 2022 right now on the screen. So that's VillageCo. It's not yet created yet. We have a website, but the goal is to create the 501c3 later this year. And one of my big, ambitious, hairy goals is to get grant funding. So we're looking at the Gates Foundation. We're looking to get some large seed funding for VillageCo, and that would allow us to pay possibly you as a contractor to work with VillageCo and help us build villages and help us fill roles in villages and encourage people to take those roles and build micro community. So, all right, great. Well, that's everything on VillageCo. So with that final 5th update on our video here, it's now finally time to go back up to the attic and see what's happening with that mystery box. All right, here it is, the box of mystery that I found up here in the attic. It was a really great discovery, and I made a Facebook Live video of it, of the discovery and opening it up. So I want to play a couple clips of that video right now. I found a major discovery. So I was up in the attic of my house. This corner I hadn't seen before. I found this box. It's crazy that this tag says what it says, because I have been looking for something like this my whole life. World peace in this box right here. Before I open this box, I was thinking I could play like a little song in honor of this moment. Thank you. All right. Speaking words of wisdom, let it be. You know, I don't really want to play this song right now, because I mostly just want to get to this box. Weird noise. This string, it seems like really old. I feel like this kind of moment, you need to have a friend with you. So. Lorraine!
I hear you!
I found this box. I found this box and I found...
Are you sure? Can I look in it?
Well, that's what we're going to do. We're going to open it up.
Oh.
Yeah, opens, because it might be kind of stuck. I know, and why would, of all places, my house has the secret to world peace? I've always wanted to have the secret to world peace. Haven't you wanted world peace?
Yeah.
This is such a big moment. We should like have like a bigger venue to open the box.
Yeah, I agree.
So we're going to wait and open this box on April 24th. That's when we're going to be live streaming a special village concert in Seattle. And I will be opening the box at that time. So put it in your calendars. Okay, so we're going to be opening the box, and there is something in the box. We're going to be opening this box on April 24th at the in-person gathering. So I hope that you're there for that. But the reason that I'm doing this, the reason we've got the box, part of the messaging around this is this idea of something that I've dealt with for a good chunk of my life, which is called the savior complex. You know, being involved with a lot of nonprofits, I have had this attitude, as a lot of philanthropists who give money to nonprofits have the same attitude, that we can solve the world's problems by paying for them or by starting nonprofits. And it's true that there's a lot of really good things that happen because of our philanthropy, because of our donations, and because of the great work that nonprofits are doing in the world. Obviously, we're not solving all the problems. And solving problems is not really something that can be achieved by any one person, any one organization. It's something that we're doing together. So this is an awareness that I've gotten recently, but it's been a difficult path for me. And where I'm coming from is best characterized by the movie Robin Hood, the animated version. This movie I watched a lot when I was a kid, and it features Robin Hood. You know, like, who doesn't want to be Robin Hood? Here's this guy, he's like roaming around, he's stealing from the rich, he's giving to the poor. Every time he gives money to someone who's poor, they just thank him so much. They're like, oh, thank you, Robin Hood, thank you, Robin Hood. And they all know while they're going through their struggles from day to day that Robin Hood is out there trying to do something about the injustices. So this is how I've seen myself for a good chunk of my life, is that I'm kind of like Robin Hood, working in these different nonprofits, trying to help people, trying to bring the money, bring these things to the people that need it. But this is not a healthy attitude. This is not a healthy perspective. This is a very hierarchical perspective of how we help each other. In reality, nonprofits are not run by executive directors or CEOs or philanthropists. They are communities. They're groups of people that are all contributing in different ways. And the support that people get, it's not as if we're saving their lives. People already have a tremendous amount of power in their lives. They already know a lot of solutions they need to apply. They just need a little help. And so a lot of what we're doing in the nonprofit world is just providing a little help, a little leg up. And individuals often take their own initiative to complete the circle and help themselves out. So this is the shift in narrative, is that we're not saving the world, we're in a process of working together. And working together is what is helping things. And so that is why Village is so important to me, forming connections, forming micro communities. And whatever individual members bring into that community is going to be good things, and that's what we're seeing in Village. So we'll have more about that message, and then what's in this box. Knowing what you know now about my belief about world peace not being something that I can do individually, what do you think I put in this box? So we'll find out on April 24th. That does it for our April 2022 Village Update. Thank you so much for joining me. Please, if you have a moment, just click that like button to let me know you watched the video. And if you'd like to comment, ask a question or comment on a highlight that you enjoyed from this video, I would really appreciate it. I'd love to hear from you in the YouTube chat. All right, thank you so much. Hope to see you at a Village gathering soon. Bye.
Robin Hood and Little John walking through the forest, laughing back and forth at what the other has to say. Reminiscing this and that and having such a good time. Lolly, golly, what a day. Never ever thinking there was danger in the water they were drinking, they just go through it down. Never dreaming that a scheming sheriff and his posse was watching them and gathering around. Robin Hood and Little John running through the forest, jumping fences, dodging trees, trying to get away. Contemplating nothing but escaping, finally making it. Oodle lolly, golly, what a day.